No holes in this. I said, let me go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil. These men's winter gloves have sold out for oil to it, and it started smoking immediately. And it made too much noise, and it had a small hole at the bottom. So, I ain't using these. I'ma just pay my clean lady extra because I still ain't doing no dishes. And y'all stop getting on here lying. I ain't lying. So I seen this picture, and my craving said I need to have it. So we made it. I'ma just be quiet. Still ain't right, Paul. And I had to have well done steak, so yes, that. Now I'm at. Now that it's. Oh yeah, it's like that. Now that it's hot. Now I'm gonna add some avocado oil. Now that it's hot, like me, drop in your steak. Yes, that was all. And I had to have well done steak, so we are. All my steak needs is a little bit of salt on all sides. Yes, that was salt. And just a little bit of onion powder. Now I'm gonna add some avocado oil to a pan. Now that it's hot, like me, drop in your steak. Write it down and let it cook for like 4 5 minutes. Yes, 4 5 minutes. It's like that. Now let's get the sides. We're gonna add our butter and some gravy. Mix up that steak. And you got boom. Juicy, well done steak. But it could still be juicy. See? Got me playing. Want some? Nope, I ain't bad.
Breaking news. LeBron James just sent a message to everyone in the NBA, and it has something to do with the Lakers. What could it be? Let's find out. LeBron James
And put it on broil for the last 5 minutes. Take it to my wife and wait for ourselves. I'm just gonna slide it, a bit of sour. Hey baby, how you bored?
These men's winter gloves.
bet that you haven't seen a car.
Come on, please.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing right away is Daniels. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
To throw is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. Big yardage that time for Washington. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 2nd and 7. To the air goes Daniels. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the
Sit up here.
uprights, and it's now a 7-0
Wait a minute.
game.
We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. We'll go in a minute. We'll go in a minute. Wait a minute. Come here. We'll go up there in a minute.
Kick team out there for the
Wait a minute,
Commanders
Come
as
here.
they send this one away. And they'll get him
Come
down
on, we'll go in a
inside
minute.
the 30 to 27.
Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, second down coming up. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The extra time.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The Cowboys at 3-9 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Here's Lance to throw it. Flushed out right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Man, we can't send it maybe emotion. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Yeah,
well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the gun, it's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Shotgun now for Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run on first down with Wright. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down. Throwing now is Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And now they'll audible to something else. A give up the middle to Wright. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Wright with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7.
Just like a sit.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll run on first down. Colvin, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Working from the gun, Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Lance looks to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you try to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. 3rd and 8. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach and said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, he's got it to the 43 here.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
On third down, Colvin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
So, they had the leg, but it's out to the left.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's right. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Daniels looking to throw. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Wright. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
They'll go again here with Wright. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton. from 21 yards away. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
That's crazy.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now they'll change things up. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They run behind center with Gainwell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Track 60.
Back to throw. Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That funky ass time.
On the set.
Lance looking to throw it. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Quan Martin. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
18 Cardinal.
Option handoff for Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. It's safe to say we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. And Lance now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go, set.
Now Lance. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time here. Lance. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Carter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Play action. Now it's Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Good.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Who else can be hurt?
They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll go right back to Wright. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Yep.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Just not getting
it. 3rd and 19. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Commanders, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's